So I have here with me now Elder, who's just come off stage here live in your living room. It was absolutely fantastic. How do you feel it went?
Really enjoyed it.
So like, you play everything. You play guitar, keys, harmonica. Is there anything that you can't play? Didgeridoo?
The didgeridoo and I can't play the harpsichord either.
The harpsichord. Well, you know, it's not a bad list.
I'll try.
And I quote, Sinister Pete said, his performances take you on an uncensored tour of the soul. And I have to agree, like, your lyrics are so honest and open. Do you find it therapeutic to write in that way and like to get it all out there?
I partied hard, and that's where I get my inspiration from. Like like the people that I meet, socializing their stories, it's sort of just a collage of different stories and
Inspirations from everywhere.
Yeah.
And so, can you tell me about Shanghai Baby? What was it about that spoke to you, that really struck a chord? I did my research. Yes, I did. But I have to say, I'm going to go out and buy it. I'm going to have to grab a copy of it, because after reading what you wrote about it and all your little quotes and what have you, and your own words, it really, really did, hit home. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. So what was it about that?
I was living over in Germany when I read it, and I was working in a bar, and I was just, to be honest with you, I had the worst time my entire life over there. Did an awful lot of things to beat myself up regarding drink and all sorts of wonderful things. And she was basically living the same sort of life, and she was sort of alienated like over in Japan, and I just really sort of related to the book at that time.
So it was the right time for you to pick that book?
Yeah.
So kind of a bit of a saviour? Just kind of a bit of a...
No, it wasn't necessarily a saviour, it was just nice to have somebody there in the same position, do you know what I mean?
On the same page, and almost like a friend. It's a book, but like...
Books were publicly burnt.
That's right.
I don't know if you heard that story or
That's
not.
right. She went ahead and published them anyway, didn't she?
Yeah, it wasn't Japan, it was China.
Yeah.
It was Chinese. She went ahead and published it, and
Thankfully she did.
she's a brilliant woman.
Would you ever consider writing a book of poetry? Just from reading your lyrics and what have you. I mean, I suppose songs are really, but putting it all down and writing them all down, and I think I'd buy it.
Oh,
You've ever considered?
Lyrics sort of start and finish for me. But when it comes to poetry, I tend to have an idea, and I sum it up in about sort of 6 or 8 lines, and
Yeah.
I don't know if it's out of laziness or not, but I just sort of leave it, and then that's it. But I just feel it's completely unfinished. It's not really poetry in the sense.
Would you go back on it then and maybe extend
I
it?
really do want to go back, and there's a couple of contemporary poets out there that I've started reading. So Daniel Carver is one, and he's actually inspired me, because his poetry, when you read it, it's actually just a story. Like, it's almost like a short story, and I'm really going, okay, so poetry is not necessarily sort of
It doesn't have to be just so clinical.
regimented and stuff like that. So it might be inspiring me.
So the debut album's just been released, and why now? Why now do you feel it's the right time to release an album? Do you feel like you're totally ready? Haven't released it. It's just finished recording. Sorry.
Finished recording it, and I'm just getting it out there, doing it independently at the moment until I find the right people. I just feel that it's a good thing to have. It's good. It's a good thing to bargain with. I'm not necessarily going to jump at the first person who goes, "Wow, you're good." Like, so. At the moment, I'm happy doing it independently, although there's not much money coming in with it. But it's slow, but it's getting out there. And that's
A lot of bands are choosing to do that, publishing their own stuff themselves. Seems to be the way forward. Like, it's kind of hard enough to kind of break through, but like, just to even get the songs down, you're feeling like you've completed something. And then, as you were saying, hopefully the right deal comes along, or the right person comes along. I mean, the music speaks for itself. The reception you got out there was amazing. I mean, it must feel really good. Like, do you feel that back from the crowd? Like, or are you totally focused and you don't see what's going on out there? What is it like when you're up on the stage?
I do feed off the people, all right, and I feed off the raucous people. I like people making noise. I like people going mental. I like people ignoring the music, because I know when I'm talking I can actually listen to music while talking, and I actually, it annoys me actually having to be placed as a singer-songwriter purely for that reason, because I love a noisy atmosphere, and I love playing to people that, like, if it's one or two people that listened, I'm well happy, and that's just as simple as that, really.
So if you could record any track that's been previously released, any track from whatever decade, what would you love to record yourself? And who would you have collaborate on it with you? They can be dead, like. This is a fantasy.
Wow,
What do you feel like?
spot now. I've just got a blankety blank. I can't remember his name. Eddie Vedder, that's it. I'd love to sing with Eddie Vedder, man. He's just really, really amazing singer. There's a few people, because like I have a lot of soft sung songs that would require like soft spoken or sung sort of musicians or artists. I'd love to do stuff with PJ Harvey, and there's a lot of people out there I'd love to do stuff with. Yeah.
I have the mic on you. So a little thought, okay, to leave you with, and this is in your own words. Appreciate what you have, otherwise you'll regret it. So indeed, they are your own words. Yeah. I'm telling you, you'll have to do your research for next time. So thank you. There it is there, look. Appreciate what you have, otherwise you'll regret it. That was a little parting thought you left. You remember that? So listen, it was absolutely lovely talking to you, and I really enjoyed your show.
Thank you very much.
Great. I'll see you next time.